So sometimes you've got a couple of poses. I'm just preparing one now with the ringmaster walking forward, and I want to make sure that his feet stay locked to the floor on certain poses. So the main pose really, I think, is this middle pose. I would like that floor base foot to actually be exactly in the right place. You can see the onion skin of the frame before, so it's just going to involve a little bit of fiddling around, but there's a really nice feature called the lock feature. So first of all, before I use that, I'm going to have to make sure, going into wireframe, that the ankle is kind of in the right spot. So I'm going to select just the ringmaster here and move him down a bit, because I don't want to move his shadow off that plane. So if I zoom in and then I go to wireframe, see the ankles kind of in the right spot there. If we zoom right in, you can see those lines. I'm just going to have a go now, putting him back into fill mode. I'm going to grab his foot there, and what I want to lock it to is the previous foot position. So I'm going to select one of the frames of the previous pose and hold it down, and there's a couple of ways you can get to the lock feature. So you can right click here, it says lock in place, and I want to hold the first frame down because that's the one that I want to keep. And then there's this little padlock icon with an arrow, and you can see that's also there on the toolbar. Lock first frame in place. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose that first frame. It's one of those funny things that sometimes it doesn't show up until you've clicked off it. But now we can also see that the toe is moving on the second frame. So let's go ahead and repeat that. So I'm just going to select those two frames, and I'm going to go to the padlock, lock first frame in place, and click like that. And like I say, just always check that it's worked by clicking off the frame and clicking back on it again. And if you zoom in now, you can see that that's perfectly locked in place. It does also work in the reverse fashion if you have two poses and you want to hold. Let's just try that by messing up the first pose now. I'll just mess that foot up there. And I'll say, well, actually I want it to click to the second pose, so I'm going to select all of those frames, and then instead of clicking the padlock with the down arrow, I'm going to click the padlock with the up arrow, which is lock last frame in place. So let's try that. And I will also select the toe and do that again. And then we can see that has actually worked. So that foot is exactly right.